Dear students, today we are going to learn the preparation of final accounts of non-trading concerns, video number 12. I'm Dr. Panduranga Nayak, Principal, Smith College, Bantwal. The problem is given here. Receipts and payments are given, followed by that certain adjustments are given. With the help of that, you have to prepare income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st 12 2016, that is a calendar year, and a balance sheet at the end of the year. Let us see the adjustments along with the receipts and payments account. The club has 200 members, each paying an annual subscription of 100. That means 200 into 100. So 20,000 is the subscription receivable. That is the income of subscription income of the current year. But only 19,000 has been received. Therefore, 1,000 rupees is outstanding. Amount of 1,000 rupees is outstanding. Okay, then here 1,200 has been given, whereas if you look at adjustment number 2, it's given 1,500 is outstanding at the end of the previous year. So of that only 1,200 is received, therefore 300 are still receivable. That will come to the closing balance sheet. So here capital fund is not given, therefore you have to prepare opening balance sheet. In the opening balance sheet, you have to show 1,500 subscription outstanding on the asset side of the balance sheet. 300, the difference which is still receivable, will come to the closing balance sheet. Outstanding liabilities on 31st 12 2016 were salaries 1,200, printing bill 100. These are to be added to the concerned expenses account in the income and expenditure account, and these are shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. Municipal taxes were paid for the year ending 31st March 2017. For 12 months, 900 rupees have been paid. So, for 12 months, 900. For 3 months, how much? That you have to calculate. And that is nothing but prepaid expenses. So, from 900, prepaid expenses should be deducted in the income and expenditure account. And the same prepaid expenses should be shown on the asset side of the closing balance sheet. And some balance are given at the beginning of the year: building, land and building, furniture, books, and 10% promissory note. So when this 10% is given, it has got hidden adjustment. So on 15,000, 10% means that comes to 1,500. Whereas if you look at the interest on securities, only 1,000 is given. That means 500 still receivable, outstanding. So in the income and expenditure account, income side, interest on securities 1,000. Add outstanding 500 to get the 1,500. And in the balance sheet asset side, interest receivable on promissory note or securities 500 rupees. Donations are to be capitalized. This will be added to capital fund in the closing balance sheet. Look at the debit side. Opening balance. This will come to the opening balance sheet asset side. Donations to be added to capital fund. Here in the opening balance sheet, you have to take 1,500. And of that 1,200 is received, so 300 will come to the closing balance sheet, still receivable relating to last year. And regarding current year subscription, 1,000 is outstanding, should be added to 19,000 in the income and expenditure account. And in the balance sheet asset side, still receivable 1,000. This is income received in advance, so this will come to the closing balance sheet liability side, because that is received this year but relating to next year. So it is a liability. Rent of hall, revenue item, interest on securities, adjustment is there, 500 should be added. So this will be credited to income and expenditure account. Receipts from cultural show to be credited to income and expenditure account. There is a related item here, expenses on cultural shows. So this should be debited to income and expenditure account. Alternatively, what you can do is in the income side, in the inner column you can put 2,000 receipts from cultural show, less expenses on cultural shows 1,400. So surplus from cultural show 600 rupees you can take to the credit side. That's all. Sale of old furniture 1,000 book value 600 realized. So loss on sale of furniture 400 should be debited to income and expenditure account. And in the balance sheet, furniture opening balance, add additions, less sale. You have to take book value, not the amount realized on sale of furniture. Sale of old newspaper, it is a revenue receipt credited to income and expenditure. Furniture, yes, purchased during the year. So opening balance, add purchases plus sale. If there is depreciation, that should be deducted. TV set, it's in a set. Salaries, income and expenditure account, adjustment should be made. Telephone charges, an expense, revenue expenditure. Electricity charges, revenue expenditure. Printing and stationery, revenue expenditure, to that adjustment should be made. Meeting expenses, traveling expenses should be debited to income and expenditure account. Books, the opening balance, you have to add this, so that will be total. Newspaper, revenue expenditure. Municipal taxes, 900 minus prepaid expenses in the income and expenditure account. And in the balance sheet, asset side, prepaid municipal taxes, 225. Charity should be debited to profit and loss income and expenditure account. Expense on cultural show should be debited to income and expenditure account. Closing balance, this will appear in the closing balance sheet. So I have completed everything. See the preparation here in the problem. Opening balance of capital fund is not given. Therefore, there is a need for preparing opening balance sheet. Otherwise, there is no need for preparing opening balance sheet. Okay, all the balances at the beginning that should be taken. Cash, outstanding subscription 1,500, 10% promissory note 15,000. Books, furniture, land and buildings. So the balancing figure, that is capital fund 64,500. In the income and expenditure account, 19,000 received, 1,000 outstanding, so 20,000. Rent of hall, interest on security 1,000 received, 1,500 outstanding. That is 15% of 15,000, 10% of 15,000, together 1,500. Receipts from cultural show 2,000, sale of old newspaper 100. Here salaries, add outstanding 7,200. Telephone charges, electricity charges, printing and stationery 1,700, outstanding 100, 1,800. Meeting expenses, traveling expenses, newspaper, municipal taxes 900, prepaid, yes, for 3 months, after deducting 675, charity, expense on cultural show, loss on sale of furniture 1,000 minus 600, 400, surplus, that is excess of income over expenditure 5,525. Go to the closing balance sheet, closing balance of cash, outstanding subscription of previous year 1,500 minus 1,200. Prepaid municipal taxes 225, calculation shown elsewhere. Interest outstanding on 10% promissory note 500. 1,500 you should have received, but you have received just 1,000, so 500 receivable. 10% promissory note. TV set. Books opening balance, add additions, so 7,000. Furniture 12,000, addition 6,000, 18,000, less book value of furniture sold 1,000, not the realizable value. Land and buildings 25,000. Here subscription received in advance for next year, but received this year 500. Outstanding salaries, outstanding printing bill, outstanding at the end of the year, current year. Capital fund, donations, then so totally 81,000 to 825.